Despite all that you've been hearing so far, all the rumors, the lies, the shouts of Airhead, Rarity is not as dumb as you may think. Far from it. She can be quite smart when she sets her mind to it. A little too smart for my case. Oh, I tried to warn Soren. I tried to warn him the day after the Flower Festival that Rarity suspected something. That's right, she suspected something. She began to wonder about the identity of Soren Earhart, about Bad Horse and all that. She began to investigate Thundercloud. And in spite of all of my attempts to make sure that the timeline would throw her off the track, she began to notice discrepancies in his story. She began to notice problems in his lies. And she began to see through him. She began to understand him better than I ever imagined. She began to prove a problem. A quite annoying problem. And despite my misgivings, Thundercloud still moved on with his plan. Still was ready to fight. And was ready to kill her. If you like, perhaps I can show you what I see just this once. Allow you to see the real world. Allow you to understand what will happen next. For I fear this confrontation between Rarity and Bad Horse will only lead to death. For you see, as of right now, Bad Horse has led Rarity to a gem cave to try to woo her and bring her to her side. You might be wondering what was the plan after all this. Simple. He wanted one member of the main six to join our forces. He wanted to kill them. He wanted to see if I was right or if I was wrong, and that I couldn't change the timeline. He wanted to prove me wrong. Because he heard me talking. He listened to one of these vlogs of how we could not change anything. And he wanted to prove it wrong by killing her. So let us watch and see how a traitor fares. And this is after Rarity had just had a horrible confrontation with her Spike, her future husband and boyfriend, and after she had banished him and broke his heart. Rarity looked at the gem-covered walls. My Thundercloud, this is beautiful. It's like standing inside of a diamond. I'm glad you like it, because I want you to. Thunder then brought out a ring. Marry me. Rarity took a step back, letting out a little gasp as she looked at the diamond ring in front of her. Marry you? You want to marry me? Oh, Thundercloud, this is the greatest thing. This ring is so beautiful. It puts Canterlot Carousel to shame. Yeah, it's certainly more beautiful than that old building, Thundercloud said. Rarity smirked. So, that is what my Canterlot store will be called. Thank you. Thundercloud then realized his mistake and stood there, trying to come up with an excuse for what he had said. Finding no way out, he narrowed his eyes and said, How did you know I'm from the future? Quite a few hints gave it away, Bad Horse, Rarity said, transforming into her armor in a flash of light. If that is your real name. First, you seem to be aware of several events before they happened. The attack during the Trixie and Albert show, the Princess's disease, the Mega Modes, and knowledge of exactly where I would be. See, I may love romance above all, but my second favorite type of book is mystery, so I've picked up a good eye for detail. I have to. I'm a fashion designer. Walking around Thundercloud, she gave a flip of her mane and smirk. Also, your feelings, whenever one mentioned the Wonderbolts, was not one of admire, but a pony who had lost a loved one who served on that team. My uncle is on the Royal Guard and has told me stories. And lastly, she sidled it down, and Thundercloud cocked his head to the side, smirking deviously. You're too perfect for me. As much as I am a romantic, I know that there's no such thing as a perfect love. That a stallion would be perfect for you no matter what. You don't seem normal. Just a stallion who groomed himself to meet my desires. I almost fell for it, Rarity said, looking away from the stallion and sighing. So our love was real? Thunder smiled, a black god beginning to cover his body as it changed him. Yes. I had prayed that this time I had found the perfect stallion for me. That you wouldn't turn into a jerk, or that you would love me for me, Rarity said, watching his bad horse appeared. His dark blue mane pulled back to reveal his sunken eyes. But it was all a lie, wasn't it? Sadly it was, Bad Horse said, straining his dark hand, a small tear rolling down his cheek. In the future, I already had a lover and a child, but they were taken from me by Starfleet's carelessness. So when Dark King chose me to become his knight, I jumped on the chance to avenge my lover. Who are you, Biddy? We already know about the code names that you knights use, but I want real names. Who have we been fighting? Rarity demanded. Bedhorse made his hand glow. There's a secret for another time. Right now, you should be worried for your own life. I have you trapped and away from your friends. Ha! You thought I was here alone? Rarity threw her back mane confidently. My friends know about this meeting. They have been listening to our conversation and will be here in 10 minutes. I just have to hold you here until they come for me. Shame. They'll only find your corpse. Bedhorse chuckled as he threw 2 daggers at Rarity, right when she had unfurled her wings. With a blade thunk, the blades impaled themselves to Rarity's wings and into the wall. Perfect! Now Bad Horse will kill him. You know the fun of attacking you in this area? You haven't mastered your wings, leaving you very vulnerable. Ah! Rarity screamed, feeling the daggers dig into her wings, cutting both flesh and bone. She struggled to pull her wing free as he grunted, They're stuck! Yes, they are. Bad Horse smiled as he began to make his hand glow with lightning, giving me the chance to have a lot of fun with you before I kill you. Rarity closed her eyes as Bad Horse pulled back his hand, waiting for the pain, but then flickered her ears when she heard, Get away from her! A dark purple foot kicked Bad Horse in the face, knocking him away from Rarity. Spike! Rarity said, eyes glistening with happy tears. I didn't know that you were... Spike stood up and put his hand behind his head. To tell you the truth, I came here because I followed you. I wanted to congratulate the guy winning your heart. Then when I saw him attack you, I knew I had to jump in and save you. Thank you, Spike. Rarity smiled and nodded her pale wings. Now get these things out of me and we can stop him! Right! Spike nodded and went to the wings. As he grabbed one of the daggers, he sighed. Sorry for being mad at you. No, dear. I'm sorry for getting you mad at me, Rarity said, sighing. Spike opened his mouth to say more, but Bad Horse's arms reached around from behind his back and wrapped around his neck. Before Spike had a chance to move, Bad Horse judo threw him across the nearby wall. Getting back up, Bad Horse struck Spike with a powerful lightning bolt, sneering as he watched Spike writhe in pain. Poor Spike. While Starfleet and the Harmony Bears are remembered in the future as heroes, you know what they say about you? Nothing. You're forgotten by history. Shut up, Spike said, rolling away from the lightning blast. Getting back on all fours, he snarled at him. You know why you're forgotten? Because like the other mares, you'll go on to do nothing of worth, nothing of importance, and die as a loser. You're just an branded dragon whelp, so desperate for love and affection, you'll chase after a mare you had no chance with. Bad Horse chuckled. Not true, Rarity said, glaring at him. Yes, we may have left him behind on some missions, but because he is too young to be facing things like Discord or Sombra. Sure, he may have been put to work, and I may have used him sometimes, but this doesn't mean we don't care about him. To all of us, he is like a helpful little brother, always by our side. Tell me, does the future treat our siblings like that? What does it matter? Because that's what Spike is to a lot of us. Another little sibling. Well, she blushed. Most of us. Spike heard this and smiled, racing towards Bad Horse. He tucked his tail into his mouth, became a little ball of fire. Dragon Wheel! You know what the fun part of killing you through the various timelines? Bad Horse chuckled as he roundhouse Spike in the face, sending him flying into crystalline walls. Learning how to beat that move. Now, Dark King taught me a spell. No, you fool. I didn't teach you anything. You stole it from me! No, not that time spell. What are you doing? I've been dying to use. What is it? Rarity asked, watching his hand glow with prepared cast. I'm going to suck his lifespan away. Every second that passes by, he'll become older. In a few minutes, his heart won't support his body. Bad Horse said, sneering. No! Rarity screeched as he began to struggle more, trying to pull away. But the daggers held her fast against the wall, stopping her struggle for a moment. She looked away from the sight of Bad Horse draining Spike into the crystals on the walls, and then sighed. Blood is never easy to wash out. As Bad Horse drained Spike of his life energy, making the dragon's body grow old as he did, he was distracted by a high-pitched scream. Turning around, he saw a pair of bloody wings impaled to a wall, and sitting there, on her knees with her mane matted from sweat, was Rarity. You cut off your own wings?" "Anything," Rarity panted through her pain, "for a friend!" Raising her hands up, dark violet magic going through her hands in the form of balls of thermomagic energy, narrowing her eyes at the horse. She breathed slowly. "You know," her breath came out in short pants as she struggled to concentrate, "you picked a bad place to capture me. I can feel every gem in this cave. It's my special talent, you know. It seems I can control each and every single one!" Bad Horse barely had a chance to react as he dropped Spike in shock and horror as he watched every gem in the cave explode out from the confinement in the walls and point right at him, covering the same glow as Rarity's magic. He turned to Rarity, his eyes still in shock. "You!" "Oh, can't forget that amulet I gave you. The one close to your heart," Rarity said, shattering the amulet into tiny pieces. "Word of advice! Don't threaten the lives of my friends!" Bad Horse barely had a chance to say a word or move out of the way as every gem in Rarity's control impaled him. "No!" Bad Horse. "No. No. Spitfire. I'm sorry." Rarity gave a smile of triumph before finally collapsing in a faint. "No. My generals. Only one is still left." This is foretold, wasn't it?